welcome to my channel. Well, it's a Memorial Day today, so I'll do a Memorial Day video later on, or I'll try to do one. But what I wanted to cover today was, thank you once again, Toby and family. They sent me another Joker knife, and this one is in olive wood. I love olive wood. What's different about this Joker knife from these other ones is these are cast in. These are, simulated locks on these right here, which would make them good for possibly places, that have restrictions on that. So these are like friction folders. Sorry, bumping all this. Friction folders that are copies of that style. They still have good steel in them, and they're still nice, pokey, stabby blades. But if you wanted to, that's what I like about this. They give you a range of prices that you can go for. You can go for the inexpensive all the way up to cost some money. They come in the usual nice looking sunset or sunrise. I used to remember that in hunting. You were allowed to shoot, I think it was like 30 minutes before sunrise. But I don't remember. You couldn't do any shooting in the dark. Wasn't allowed to shoot deer in the dark. But probably a little safer too. I see one. No, that's me. They come like this. And this one is NO02. I think when you see an O in there, that's our code for olive wood. And it's just a functional package, I mean, if the knife is like this size, the box is about that size. So you don't get a lot of frills, cleaning cloths, and all that other stuff. But let's take a look at this knife right here. What's different about it is it has one of those functional things. So you can pull up on it. But I had to put some KPL in here. This is why this is kind of shiny. Because this is all brass and this is steel. So any friction, it was a lot worse when I first opened it. Any friction that you get is going to wear down. Brass is not as strong. Brass or even bronze is not as strong as any kind of steel. And when two metals meet and there's friction involved, the weakest is going to not live. But this is a little, it's got that MOV 14116. I could probably zoom this in. And I looked in I tried to translate all this, and all I can find is Sevillana is either a province or a city or something like that in Spain. Normally they name them after animals and stuff like that. But a very nice, sharp. Man, this sucker was sharp. I was just closing it, and the tip of this caught the edge of my, I don't know if it's still here, caught the edge of my skin and just pulled, it didn't get any blood, but just pulled a little piece of the skin up. I'm like, wow. And that's from the tip going this way. This is, it's not sharpened. It's got a swedge on it. But that tip is pretty sharp. But what's cool about this, let's look at the locking mechanism, is to unlock it, you lift this up, which frees up this notch. And this thing lands, let's close it first before I sever a finger. That cutout right there lands in between the two, so that whole bar holds it there. And you're sitting on top of it when you're holding it. I'll unzoom here in a second. So when this thing locks in, it's pretty secure. I mean, for it to fold on you, either the back of that blade would have to snap off, or this metal, or that little stirrup, system would have to break. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to be doing some pretty hard work with a small knife for that to happen. All right, so let's get some dimensions. So it's similar to this guy, but this guy's, I think, he's got a bigger belly on him. They're just cool knives that I'll have to look up the price on this. I have no idea right now. Let's get some dimensions going on. Yeah, like I said, I'll do a Memorial Day type of thing later on. I'll show maybe a couple of knives to talk about. Usually on Memorial Day, it's not like Veterans Day to me. Memorial Day is more remembering people that died during the service of the country. Now, yeah, you would have to be, in the military to be somebody that we would honor that had died in the military, while in service. But it's an individual thing, but I usually don't like to talk about myself or anything on Memorial Day. Everybody handles it differently, but my father was in World War II and Vietnam. My grandfather was in World War I, and of course I served for 6 years. But anyways, like I said, I'll talk about that later. But right now, let's get on with this. All right, we're in grammages first. 48 grams. Let's see, we get into ounces. 1.71 ounces. So it's not real heavy. It's a nice little pocket knife. We'll get the closed length here. 3 3/4 or 95 millimoids. Let's see what our blade length is. Yeah, it's getting easier to open. That KPO really helped. I mean, it would be any like penetrating oil. Any oil would have helped. I'm just saying, I put that on there because I had it. Ooh, it still smells like it too. And it has a nice little KPL scent to it. All right, I don't know why we need you opened up here. Whoa. Yeah, so we got man, that guy's really pointy. We got to get all your pointiness in there. Almost a 3-inch. It's like 2 7/8 cutting edge. But the blade is 3 inches in length. And just look at that olive wood. This is a very nice looking design. It's like a little Bowie knife. I love how that clip point just comes up like that. And as I found out, even this little knife, man, like I said, it cut me on the back of it just took a little piece of skin and just lifted it up. And it was from closing it this way. From putting my hand on it this way and closing down. Just like that. The edge of this, the top edge, like I said, it's not sharp. The top edge just cut a little piece because I had my hand too far back doing that. Right here is there's quite a bit of, it's not like a drop shetty type of thing. And when I first got it, like I said, it was really tight. Now it's still fairly tight, but it's smoothing up. And I'd rather have a tight lockup than a loose one, because a loose one you're going to have to bang on the pivots and everything. Let's see if this guy will focus. Let's get him into a zoomage mode and see if he'll work. There we go. But yeah, just very nice, fit and finish, color, everything. Now you got to watch that pin right there. That's probably where let's see if we can find any. Yeah, see that? Or is that? don't see any. Some of these you gotta watch, you can't just slam them. It's not gonna slam on friction. There's not like that spring going on. But that pin would be. I try to line them up and then really look. Oh yeah, it does rest on that. If you smack it down too much. Let's look right there. In Zumo mode. Alright, focus, you bonehead. What a stupid camera. Come on, what else do you think we'd be focusing on? Oh, the background? No, the blade edge, you bonehead. It looks alright. You see, that's probably a... Is that a brass pin? Come on, camera. Jeez. What is wrong with you? Yeah, see, there's just a little shininess there. Just a tiny bit. Hold this camera. Alright, we're at 2x, so let's go back to 1. There you go. Bonehead. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice little design here. And very good little piece here. If you want something small, easy to carry, but has a pretty wicked blade on it. So let's do a little bit of cutting on paper. Cutting on paper. First, of course, I couldn't resist. Oh man, it's got a little drag to it. I can feel just a little. It's not bad though. These usually come, like I said, that tip, even though it wasn't even sharp in that tip, it could use some stropping. That's my verdict. All right, because this is a locking one. Poor old little. I'm trying to cut down on sugar. And I found out that coffee sucks without sugar in it. I've had it before, but oh my God. So I put a little chocolate in with my coffee. And yeah, because we just get too damn much sugar in our diets, man. Even if you cut out extra sugar, you're getting so much in food. And sugar cuts down, it binds up with your red blood cells and cuts down the ability to absorb oxygen. It's not good for you. So if you, anyway. Oh man, yeah, this is very good on the. Ooh yes, I figured this. Even though it's got an upswept blade like this, it's not a trailing point. It didn't come all the way up to the top. It's still within the center line of the blade, and man, this thing does come up to a tip. Would you focus up here, camera, please? Cooperate with us. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like this guy. I was carrying it around yesterday. I got it yesterday, and I was carrying it around. So there you go. I didn't want to drag this along too long, but that's the Joker. What is it called? Civilian. Civiliana. I don't know. So there you go. I've got more knives coming up later on. I'll space them out. But thanks for watching and have a nice day.